Hi guys, so I felt compelled to do one more reading today. Um, for those of you who are feeling like, where's my soulmate? You feeling passed over, because I looked at the star constellation and it can be making people feel like this at this time. So for those of you who are asking, where's my soulmate? This is the reading I'm doing for you. An intuitive read for whoever clicks on the video, whenever they click on the video. So it's timeless, okay? Just when you're drawn to it, doesn't matter about what sign you are. This is just for the messages here. So let's see. Worth waiting for and getting to know each other. We'll pull 3 up here for what's going on, and we'll pull 3 down here to see what's to come. Okay, 4. Okay, so 3 for down here, right? What's to come? Okay, 4 again. 2 more jumped out of my hands. So let's see here first. While I'm talking, I'll shuffle these ones as well. So we have the worth waiting for, okay? Divine timing, being at work in your love life. So, of course, when waiting on a new soulmate or waiting for somebody new to come into your life or old from the past or whatever, there's a lot that has to go on with each person. Everything has to come into alignment. So whether you are waiting for somebody new or old, things have to line up with them as well as line up with you. You have to be on a similar vibration in order for it to come in order to meet here, okay? Getting to know each other here. Okay, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Next to the reconciliation card, somebody from your past is returning to your life here. So I do feel like, those who are waiting for somebody from their past, you must understand you do deserve love and you are lovable, and it has to be on the correct terms, okay? I feel like a conversation needs to be had. Right now, I feel like both of you don't know how the other one is feeling, and that's the getting to know each other card. I feel like you may have gone through a period of time where your self-confidence took a knock with this you deserve love card here. So you're going to have to rebuild that self-confidence, rebuild that love for yourself there. A lot going on with yourself, never mind with them. So, the way is not going to be easy. The healing is not going to be easy. It is the retrograde, so it's probably why this is coming out. If you've been waiting a long time for somebody to reconcile with you, like I said, you can take a knock and start feeling like, low self-esteem issues. But you are lovable. You could have been questioning that, like, is there something wrong with me? I keep running into these sort of people. What's going on with me here? And Spirit wants you to know you are lovable. And when you get an opportunity to reveal to each other what's been going on and how you've been feeling, I feel like that will put you at ease. But when divine timing's at work, there's no saying how long it can be. I know everybody wants to come here and wants me to say, it's going to be the 19th of November. That's when they will return. But things have got to get right with them. Things have got to get right with you. You have to be on the same vibration. So what you want to be calling in is a vibration of love, happiness, and joy. So maybe when you start to feel happiness and joy and you're thinking, well, why aren't they coming in? At that time, they could be feeling quite down and have to raise their vibrations as well. Four of Swords. Yeah. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. So healing takes time. They have to heal, you have to heal. They need to get into a position where they feel broken in order to even start healing. So maybe you've been separated, let's say 2 years, and for the first year they felt everything was okay. And then things started to go downhill, and then this second year they start to feel a bit crappy. But you've been working on yourself for 2 years. Do you see how you're out of balance and out of frequency? The Lovers, so it is a divine love connection. And you know, this getting to know each other card, I did do a video before about my ex not returning in the retrograde, and this getting to know each other card coming out. And I explained in that video that you will have healed and changed, and they will have changed in this time also. So you may have been lovers once, but in order to heal this situation, you need to get to know each other again, because you're on new frequencies. You know, both hopefully improved. And it is a situation that can be healed with the Lovers, a very divine connection. But, you know, healing goes hand in hand with this divine connection. Even if you was together and immediately broke up, you know, and don't know why you broke up, because it was a very divine love connection and you was head over heels in love with this person, it's like awakening something in each other. Awakening, you know, what's not healed in you. The cracks, the scars, the wounds that need healing. So it's when usually people want a divine love connection, they mirror back to you what's going on with you, maybe things that you can hide in everyday life, but this person sort of exposes you, makes you vulnerable, makes you feel, you know, exposed even. So I definitely feel here, you know, it could have brought up like abandonment issues from your childhood. It could have brought up, you know, where you abused childhood and things like that, awakened by this romantic connection leaving, you know, causing you to have to heal all sorts of wounds within you. And we have the Nine of Cups. So I do believe on the reconciliation card here that you are wishing for this reconciliation, this connection. You know, it's like all your hopes and dreams and wishes wrapped up in one cup here. That's how I'm feeling, holding out for this reconciliation. So, like I explained before about the getting to know each other card, you will have to get to know them again. Even if it's somebody returning to your life, you will have to get to know them again. This reconciliation card can be like a past life connection. So that's why you could be getting to know them again. But like the biggest lesson here, the biggest thing here is this: you deserve love, you deserve happiness. After all you've been through, after everything you do for everybody else, you deserve this. The Wheel of Fortune. So in order for this soulmate to come towards you, you have to heal this. You have to turn this feeling around that maybe you don't deserve love, or you're not good enough. These self-esteem issues that maybe they left me because I wasn't attractive enough, or the other person was better, or anything like that. You've got to turn these feelings around within yourself here. You've really got to work on that. The nines are the Hermit, okay? So, you know, I feel like you've got to love yourself with this Nine of Cups. We've got to spend that time loving ourselves in order for this whole situation to turn around, the healing to turn around, the lovers to turn around here, the reconciliation, for this goodness to come in and go your way. You've got to turn around how you're feeling. So let's say you're feeling lonely and unwanted, and you need to, and I'm telling you, turn around these feelings. Like, you need to feel wanted again, happy at least. If you are saying things out loud like I'm this and I'm that, and it's negative, you know, your soul, your higher self doesn't know that you're joking. It's just taking on the vibration of the energy. So it's harder for you to manifest things into your life. Harder for this situation to turn around. You may feel like you get to a point, the top of the wheel, and feel like, okay, I'm feeling good. But when they don't come back immediately, or something doesn't manifest immediately, you start to feel the wheel turn down again, and you start to feel a bit down again. You've got to learn at catching yourself as you're heading down, like, nope, this is just a feeling, this is a phase, I'm going to bring it back up. At the most, you want to feel like, okay, maybe I'm not overly happy, but I'm okay. So when trying to raise your vibrations and you feel like you're at the bottom, you know, you can't immediately jump to the top. So it's okay to say where you're at and understand, like, I'm feeling a bit down, I'm depressed, or I'm sad, I'm anxious. It's okay feeling those things and realizing this is where I'm at, and understand this is where I want to be, okay? So if I'm in England and I want to be in Australia, let's say, I can't just say, okay, I want to be in Australia. If I'm not there in 5 minutes, then I failed. That's not the case. We've got to take certain steps through these feelings. So be okay with, you know what, I'm feeling a bit down, but I'm going to look at the positives. I'm going to look at the silver linings. I'm going to focus on what's good in my life, focus on the blessings I have around me right now, and then, you know, feel a little bit better. Take that next step up. And then after that next step, when you're feeling okay, then you can start to feel a little bit of happiness, rather than trying to jump from one extreme to the other. So you might end up trying to fake a happiness and be extremely happy for one day, or even try and use alcohol or substances to make you feel happy. Some people even use sex to try and make them feel happy for a short period of time, but it doesn't last, so they end up feeling like the wheel has turned down again. They end up feeling at the bottom of the pile again. So understanding if you're at the bottom or in the middle or even at the top is okay, but acknowledging where you're at can be the first step for you. Okay, I'm not feeling so great, but I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work towards feeling better. Every day, little bit by little, I'll look for something I can feel happy about. That's how, you know, we maintain the wheel of fortune. Catching yourself as the wheel starts to turn down. So if you're a person that starts saying like, I'm foolish, I'm stupid for believing, or anything like that, catch yourself and say, okay, you know, I acknowledge the feelings, and that's not who I am, that's not what I really truly believe. Because it's sort of a knee-jerk reaction, isn't it, when we're not getting our own way straight away. We all do it. Let's say, you know, when a child doesn't get a toy and they start having a tantrum, when we don't get it immediately, we have this knee-jerk human reaction, and it's okay. We're here for a human experience. So it's okay to have those reactions, but catch yourself. Don't let it go all the way down. So it's like maybe you're pinning all your hopes and dreams on this reconciliation, and that would actually be codependency. So it would be a blockage to why this person isn't coming towards you. So if you're feeling like, I'm going to be happy when they return, and, you know, that's why nothing's happening yet. They could be doing this, okay? Not just you. They could be feeling like, okay, if I get them back, I'm going to be happy. I don't need to put any work into being happy. But in actual fact, we do have to work on ourselves constantly. We do have to grow constantly. What happens if two people in a relationship and one keeps growing, they end up growing apart if you're not growing together. The Hierophant, very divinely guided and connected to each other. The Hierophant and the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. The worth waiting for card, it's, you know, it says it all. Like, you'll learn a very divine lesson in this. You know, even the waiting itself, patience is a virtue. You'll definitely learn how to love yourself, how to protect yourself, how to even manifest here, how to listen to your divine intuition, how to listen to the divine within. I feel like you would be very committed to this reconciliation, to doing the hard work, to turning around this situation. But also remember, they've got to get to that stage too. So these feelings of going deep within yourself, feeling wounded or passed over or forgotten, even lonely, at this time, it's just for a short piece of time that you'll feel this way, okay? Remember, the wheel will turn back upwards. Catch it as it's going down. The Nine of Swords. So yeah, maybe, you know, you've been through this before and the anxiety had gone before and now it's returned, like those sleepless nights, worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. Again, another 9, and I mentioned the 9s because I did a reading and it had, you know, all the 9s in, and it's about having to do this on your own. Get to that point of loving yourself, independence, you know, learning not to worry about things that haven't happened yet, to divinely trust this situation rather than have anxiety and sleepless nights creep back in, like where you're so stressed where you can't eat and you're just worrying and thinking about it, will they ever return? And it's, you know, as we're in Scorpio season at the moment, so it's really this intensity we feel with this Scorpio season. So this intensity of being on your own, feeling forgotten, all these things, like you're not forgotten. It's worrying about things that aren't going to happen, worrying about being on your own forever. Will I ever find somebody else? Have I been forgotten by the divine? Do I even have a divine lover here? Is there a soulmate out here for me? It seems like all I'm doing is waiting and transforming. And some of you who even feel like, I don't want to reconcile with the past, there's still something unfinished with the past that's stopping you from moving forward. Maybe it's thoughts, maybe it's unsaid conversations with the Nine of Swords, because the swords are thoughts and words there. So I definitely feel like it could be, maybe there's unsaid things. Maybe you may feel like you're over it, but maybe your ex doesn't, you know, and that's what the retrograde's for, bringing these people back in to try and close down these chapters. King of Wands. So if there is some things that are worrying you, stressing you, okay, let's just say, or that you have some regrets about something you didn't say, or something they didn't say, or you felt like you missed out on something and you want to say it to them, take action with the King of Wands. Because the only things we regret are the things we don't do. Okay? So take action with the King of Wands. Be courageous and say what it is you need to say. Find the answers you need to know. Even if you got a no from that person, it's better than worrying. Okay? It's so much better than, will they ever come back? Do they ever want to talk to me again? You know, if you wanted to hear with the King of Wands, send them a message and find out where they're at in their journey. It might bring you some ease. Understand that the journeys are individual journeys. That's what the lovers are about. Yes, you're great together, but you're also divine on your own. So these 9 and 9, these journeys are separate. Okay? So maybe just for you to find out where they are on their journey, and that, you know, they're actually moving forward, or they're actually healing or heading in the right direction, might be comforting to you. But you must remember that it's their journey and this is your journey. Maybe they are the one that wants to reach out to you. But I feel like somebody will take action here with the King of Wands. I feel like maybe the anxiety with the Nine of Swords, or the wondering, the overthinking, might get the better of you and you just pop them off a text. But just remember, it's the retrograde. That's why you're feeling this extra stress and anxiety and this extra pull towards them. It's just for a short period of time. But you or they might take that action because it's the retrograde, and just like pop up and be like, hey, hi, you know, how are things with you? And then you'll get a indication of where they're at on their journey. Some of you are so stubborn, you'd rather just take the anxiety. I'm talking to you, Scorpios. Okay, so, and Capricorns, right? Taurus, Aquarius. Geez, you lot will just be like, nope, not us, mate. We're not texting anybody. So keep dreaming, keep it moving, go forward, whatever you're doing. We'll stay here with our anxiety before we let anybody know we love them. It's crazy, right? Oh gosh, fixed signs, Leos too, right? The Chariot. So yeah, you're going to take a new approach and find out where you're both at on your journey. You know, the chariot is, you know, the road towards the star here. We get in the chariot to head towards the star, towards our destiny. So you want to know that they're in the chariot, that they're at least heading in the right direction here. So I feel like you'll find out that they are. I feel like this gives you like an extra boost. Because I feel then that, you know, the chariot, you're just like, okay. And you feel good and you feel like revitalized. Okay, I'm heading in the right direction. Okay, I'm starting to feel good again. Those of you who don't want to reconcile with somebody who you know in this life already, it's the same for you guys. After the retrograde, after the delays and things like that, that's what the retrograde is, just basically annoyance. It's like having a toddler. So it's like Saturn and Mercury retrograde. It's like Saturn's the parent and Mercury retrograde is like the child. It's like trying to work and having a little toddler running around. So you have to go and clean up after it. So it's like causing you delays while you're trying to clean up your life. That's what Mercury retrograde is. So for those of you who, you know, don't want somebody from who you know in this life already, you want to meet somebody completely new, after the retrograde, after all this dillying and dallying with, you know, people from your past wanting to close cycles, then I feel like you'll feel revitalized with the chariot. You'll understand this Nine of Swords. I was worrying about no. I was feeling a bit anxious for no. You know? I'm feeling good again. I'm back on my horse here, King of Wands, getting in the chariot. You know, I'm fine. I'm happy to wait for the right person. I know things that will turn around. I'm in this stage where I'm healing. Four of Swords here. I needed a little break and a time out from relationships to remind myself who I am. To regain my strength, my love for myself. If I don't refill my cup, who's gonna? So you understand that and you'll get right back on that. And you understand this divine timing and meeting somebody at the right time. And the Hierophant, you understand there being a reason for everything. And you understand that, you know, once we've gone past this Mercury retrograde, you'll understand, okay, I was worrying because it was frigging Mercury. I didn't even really want my ex. I don't know why I text them. It was just a moment of weakness here. Now I'm back in the chariot, heading in the right direction. So the chariot is like success and victory and, you know, heading in the right direction. I feel like definite with a bird in the chariot picture, you get some sort of signal or message that you're going in the right direction. You get a sign with the chariot here because of this bird here carrying something. So I feel like because here I was talking to you about, you know, instead of stressing out, send the damn message here. And then, you know, you get some sort of sign. You may just be asking your angels, can I have a sign, please, that I'm going in the right direction? You know, you get your sign, you're like, it eases you. What's this? The Nine of Pentacles. What did I say? I knew the nines would come out. I knew it. I just knew it from the first nine. Because this Nine of Pentacles is when you're feeling good about yourself, having grown, having been through the Nine of Swords worry and the Nine of Cups, this wishing. Now, you know, this Nine of Cups stability. Like, okay, I focused on my career and other things in my life. I'm in a good place now. I'm not sat worrying about maybe finances or my family or my friends. You know, Nine of Pentacles is like, I've been in this hermit stage. You know, I was in it for a reason. The Nine of Wands is I call the Nine of Wands like a protective garden. So it's like, you may feel isolated, like I'm all alone right now. And where's my soulmate? I'm forgotten. But no, you're growing. Just imagine if you had a garden and you don't want people trampling all over your garden, because while the flowers are just starting to grow, they might be very vulnerable. So while you're starting to grow, you're protected with this Nine of Wands because you're very vulnerable, because people can come in and take advantage of people who are vulnerable. So once you reach this Nine of Pentacles and the Chariot, after the retrograde, you're feeling like, thank God I was protected at that time, because I could have been taken advantage of. You know, it's hindsight, it's realizing I was so vulnerable in that, you know, stage. My Nine of Swords stage, personally, I always share with you guys my stages of spiritual development. And when I was in the Nine of Swords, oh my God, I put myself in such vulnerable places. I would walk, like I'd feel so anxious that I would walk all the time. So I would just walk miles and miles a day. But I would put myself in danger because I also wasn't eating very well or taking care of myself very well. And then I'd be out late at night walking the streets. And in my own little head here, thinking about things, not realizing I could have been attacked at that time. So I see now, with hindsight, now I'm in a better place. I see, oh, I was quite vulnerable then. Thank God I was divinely protected. And that's how you will feel after the retrograde. You'll start to feel good. You'll start to feel progress. Things start speeding up again with the Chariot. Starting to feel like I'm independent. You know, I'm happy on my own. Who cares whether somebody's coming? That's where you're looking to get in order for somebody to come in. You have to be at that place where I'm okay being single. I keep posting love songs and people keep saying, are you dating somebody? No, I'm not. I'm not dating nobody. But you guys are thinking because I'm feeling a certain way that I'm, you know, it's another person making me feel like that. That's codependency, right? So you just want to get to that place where you feel happy and independent and like, oh my God, I forgot that somebody, a partner for me existed. I forgot there was a soulmate out there for me because I was too much enjoying myself with the Nine of Pentacles. I'm looking good with the King of Wands here. You know, I've turned that around. I started working on myself. I started dressing up here. I stopped worrying about things, stopped having sleepless nights, so those bags have gone from my eyes. I'm healing, I'm looking good. So that's where you want to be heading towards, and keep it as your focal point. You don't have to be there immediately. You don't have to jump from depression to happiness. Understanding where you're at is also as important as the happiness. Because once you know where you're at, instead of trying to lie to yourself, then we can take those steps towards happiness. Okay, I'm feeling depressed. Maybe I need to do some physical exercise. This is good for releasing the endorphins and feeling better. So it's basically taking care of yourself. Maybe I need to eat better, drink more water, things like that. You guys get where I'm going. The Death card. That's where you're going. That's where you're heading. Transformation. Transformation. I haven't seen this Death card before, but wow, what a card. Look at those wings. You know, like I seen something the other day that said, I wish I loved anything as much as Scorpios loved memes about Scorpios, right? That's me with the death cards. I'm like, wow. Like, Phoenix, baby, that's where you're heading. You're heading to this transformation where, you know, and I know the comment to me was like, why do we have to keep going through these rebirths and these transformations and everything else? It's growth. So just imagine you're in a relationship and your partner keeps growing, they'll leave you behind. So you have to keep growing too. The change is always for the better. It doesn't feel like it at the time, but it's always for the better. You know, if we had hindsight in the beginning, everybody would be just charging ahead. Our higher self would be like, oh, this relationship's over. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next relationship because my quest here is to look for love. So they really wouldn't be holding on and hurt. They'd be saying to their soulmate, thank you for everything you've taught me. Thank you for holding up your end of the bargain, what you agreed to teach me before we came here. And you know, with death, it's not an ending at the end of the reading. It's a new beginning. It's rebirth. You will feel like an angel who just started to fly. So what you're heading towards, loving yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and that's what you're heading towards, and you'll see that that pulls people in. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So you're heading towards giving this relationship a chance very soon. Clearly decide what it is you want so that it comes to you now. And we have healing family issues. So like I said, you know, you could start off with somebody and you're in a beautiful relationship, everything feels great, and then all of a sudden, it's over. You're single here. Let's read it backwards. So let's go from the death card, the ending. You're single, 9 of Pentacles. You go through this worry, 9 of Swords, because this is your divine lover here with the Lover's card. You wish for them back with the 9 of Cups. You hope for the Wheel of Fortune to change here. 4 of Swords, you're hoping for healing. What this divine lover with the Hierophant awoke in you could have been even family issues, karmic issues that go down your bloodline, lessons that need to stop with you and not keep carrying on down generations. So it could be a very hard lesson for you to learn here, but it's better to break the cycle with you and transform and turn into this phoenix here and really decide what you want, because this very soon is on the reconciliation card. So I do believe, you know, you have an option whether you want to reconcile or move on. But you need to heal your family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, some of you may say, my parents was great. They never did anything wrong to me. Okay, that's wonderful. Some of you it may be that you look at your parents' relationship and thought yours was going to be like that. And when it wasn't, you know, it's like your whole world fell apart here. So it's learning that lesson there. 2 little witches, magical space clearing time. So during the retrograde, while you've got this anxiety creeping back in and this urge to text your ex or something here, cleanse your space, okay? Cleanse your space. However it is that you do it, that's card 30. However you do it, whether it be sage, prayer, meditation, candles, waiting for the full moon. Whatever it is for you, it's time to do that, okay? So detoxing, maybe clearing out old stuff from your house, just detoxing your food cupboards, things like that. Maybe even your body, okay? Work on things like that during this time. That will be most helpful to you. Storm angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energy. It could be that your family have different beliefs from you. Like, they may think, oh my God, she's crazy watching tarot readings. Okay? So it's okay to have different styles, beliefs. Okay, you are going to bump into other people, other soulmates throughout your life who don't have the same beliefs of you. That's what makes it such a beautiful, exciting world, that everybody has different beliefs. You know, their path's different from yours. So, you know, we can change our attitude to them and their beliefs. We can choose to say, wow, tell me about your beliefs, okay? We don't have to have an attitude with them. We don't have to tell them, you're wrong, I'm right. You know, we can learn about each other. Your sensuality is beautiful. Sewer mermaid. So yeah, really your self-respect, your love for yourself, your sensuality. It's on the King of Wands here. So feeling sexy about yourself and sensual and open to receiving that sexual energy, as well as giving and receiving the energy of love, is also very important throughout this experience. Okay, so let's see here. Some people, you know, feel like sex is some sort of, I don't know, using your sensuality is like forbidden or something. It's not. Maybe it's your parents are maybe old school and maybe don't want you to, you know, be like that. But your sensuality is beautiful. Your sexuality is beautiful. And maybe if you're in the same sex marriage, your family might have issues with it, but it's beautiful, okay? Difference is beautiful. The differences between us all are beautiful. And we have air spirit and creator God, okay? And as you can see here, there's two of the little figurines on the table there. And I always say to people, God doesn't make mistakes. So if God made you who you are, whether you are somebody who doesn't have the same beliefs as your parents, doesn't follow trends, doesn't fancy the opposite sex, fancies the same sex, God doesn't make mistakes. And you are loved, okay? Just the way you are. It's okay. Forgive people for not understanding you and having different beliefs from you. But you don't have to take their energy with you, okay? You can agree to disagree. Creating and writing, okay? Maybe you should write a book, guys. Maybe you should write a text to that person you can't get off your mind instead of writing texts to me on my channel. I'm joking. You guys know I love you and I always text you back. Good luck, guys.